Hello, Viago Ambassador. Jesse McPherson here, and in this video, we're going to go through a tutorial of how to download, set up, and use the basics behind our Elite Synergy app. Now, this is a follow-up to our first Getting Started video, so if you haven't watched this, please stop and go back to that video. And if you found this video somewhere else, you can find our entire system on elitesynergysystem.com. Now, this app is designed as an exposure, contact management, and a follow-up system, really all in one, designed to give you access to the resources you need and simple ways to go out there and effectively share our membership, as well as the amazing opportunity to join our community, and in a way that's very duplicable. And so first thing you want to do is go download the app. But let me walk you through this process so you can see exactly how to do it. And then you can learn a little bit more on the advanced techniques on how to utilize this system to its full advantage. So let's dive into it. Now, you're likely watching this video on your phone right now. So right underneath the video, you're going to click on Download the Elite Synergy app. This is going to take you to the website to create your account. Now, if you have happened to go directly to the App Store to download the app, which is powered by Rapid Funnel, it's going to ask for a group code. Now, if you set up your account through a website, you don't need that, but in case you do and you need to know what it is, it's Elite Synergy System, or ESS also will work for short. However, the fastest way, get to our website, click here, create your account, you'll be good to go. So what you're going to first do is you're going to put in your email. So we're going to do a demonstration account so you can see how this works. After that, it's going to ask for your name. This next part is very important. This is where you're going to put your username, your login, which is also your website alias, which is what you used when you first logged on to create an account here with Viago. Now, you'll see there it does say secret username, and the reason why is because we're still using Secret's backend account right now until the official launch of Viago, October 25th here in Las Vegas. Now, my website and my username and login is Mac Savage. So I'm going to put that in. You can, if you don't know, change once you get logged into the app and set it up properly. You're going to agree to the terms and the policies, and you're going to hit Get Started. It is that simple to create your account. Once your account has been created, you're going to go ahead and download the app from the Google Play Store or on my device from the Apple Store. It's going to take you right here to Rapid Funnel, and you're going to hit Download. Once you've downloaded the app, you're going to click on Login, and it's going to take you to the login screen to put in your username and password you just created. As soon as you log in, there's going to be a wizard that's going to walk you through a tutorial on how to use the app. Obviously, it says, "Welcome, Jess. Let's get you off to a great start." First, we want to add some contacts. Click here. Feel free to go through the wizard as it'll walk you through the basics of the app. But if you hit exit on the bottom left hand, it'll take you to the home screen where I'm going to walk you through it personally myself. On the bottom right where it says More, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Settings and set up your account properly before you start adding contacts and sending resources. So when you click on Settings, the first thing you're going to see there is your picture, and you want to add that there so when you send out your resources, people know that it's coming directly from you and your system. Once you've added your photo, you can see right underneath there notification settings. This is something you can change on how you're going to be notified when your contact engages in something that you have sent them. Right underneath there, you're going to see group codes. This is where you can add additional codes that will unlock more resources, such as resources from different countries, as well as leader-led group codes with more resources as well. All the group codes that we have available, you'll find on our website, elitesynergysystem.com, underneath the app section. Right underneath there, another great feature is language, in which you can change the entire app into 15 different languages. Next, over to the right is our account settings. Make sure your name is spelled properly, your email address is correct, and then you're going to want to add your phone number. Now, this is very important for the system. So when you click on the little question mark, it's going to ask you what country you're coming from, United States. So we'll add that +1, especially when you're sending messages internationally. And then you're going to add your phone number and hit Save in the top right-hand corner. Right underneath there is where you would reset your password easily, as well as the billing for those of you that are upgrading to our Pro version when the time is right. Continuing down is a place to put your address, as well as your training partner email. This is your sponsor or the person you're working directly with They're going to get notified here through the app from the exposures that you're doing so they can help actually follow up with you and make sure and get those signups as quickly as possible. Underneath that, your agent ID, which will soon become ambassador ID, and then your secret username. This is the important one. This is what your website alias is or your login when you first enrolled as an ambassador. So this is what's going to link directly to your site. Underneath there, you can put your Facebook account, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, your WhatsApp URL to make it very easy for people to connect with you when you send them a resource. All right, now that you have your systems and your account set up properly, if you still have questions or need some support, go ahead and click on that little support button and it's going to take you to the frequently asked questions, or you can chat with the Rapid Funnel team for anything you need on help inside of the app. Now back at the home screen, the first thing we're going to teach you is how to import contacts. Simply click on that green circle with the guy on the plus right down there at the bottom, and it's going to take you to the new contact page. This is where you're going to put the first and last name, phone number, which you can also change the country for, and the email and any notes you'd like to make on this person. Now, if you don't have the phone number or the email, you can still enter their contact with their first and last name, and under the notes, maybe where you met them. Now, this would be important or significant if you contacted them through Facebook Messenger or through Instagram or TikTok or some other social media platform where you may not have their phone number or their email. And you can still enter their contact and share resources with them and have the ability to track as well. So the first thing I'd recommend that you do is put yourself in as a contact so you can see exactly how the system works. And I'm going to walk you through that process. But up in the top right-hand corner, there's the import button where it's going to take you to your contact list from your phone where you can import contacts directly from your address book. Now, before you go upload your contact list and start spamming everybody in your phone, we want to make sure that you follow the system properly. And make sure you watch our invite training so you can learn how to properly introduce people to our membership and our training without shooting yourself in the foot. So go ahead and enter yourself as a contact right now and then hit save in the top right-hand corner. Once you hit save, it's going to take you to the screen and ask you the question, do you want to schedule a follow-up for this contact now? We're assuming if you're putting them inside your app, you're going to send them a resource, which means you need to follow up to see what they like best because fortune is in the follow-up. So if you hit schedule follow-up, this is where you can add a date and a time to your follow-up, and it's going to remind you to follow up with your contact. You can also add it directly to your device, so that way you get a notification from your calendar in your phone as well. You should now see your name in here as a contact. When you click on it, it's going to pull up your contact card, of which there's details. You can also write notes about the contact and anything you want to be reminded of. Any tasks, the follow-up tasks that we currently have. And the last is the activity log. This is something that's available with the upgraded Pro version, which is going to show you when people click on the resources you send them and even what percentage of the videos that they watch. Right underneath the name, you're going to see the contact score and a star system. This is going to determine how you're going to find out who are your hot prospects inside of your app. The score is 5 because we already set a follow-up by giving us 5 points. Now, when your contact engages in resources you send them, that score is going to continue to go up. And the longer percentage of videos, they're going to continue getting more and more points. You can also personally score that contact by adding 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars to the contact, also increasing their score, noticing that this is somebody I probably really need to be focused on following up diligently with. Now let's get to the most important part, which is inviting them to take a look at Viago. And we do that by clicking on that button that says Send Resources. Now here under the resources, you're going to click on United States, and it's going to open up our 5-step prospecting system. I'm going to go through these real briefly with you and give you some of the key points that I think are important as you take somebody from step 1 all the way to step 5. Step 1 is the invite. When you click on it, it's going to open up a drop-down menu of text messages and ideas for social posts. When you click on text invite, it's going to give you 3 examples of a text message you could send to invite somebody to take a look at Viago. Now, it's very easy to preview any text, video, or resource by simply clicking on that preview button to the right. So let's preview these real quick. Thought of you. Hey, so I found something I thought you would love. Text me back when you got a minute to watch something. Very simple, very normal. Number 2, travel club. Hey, so I found out about a travel club called Viago and it made me think of you. There's a quick video that explains it. Would you be open to checking it out? I think you'd love it. Plain emoji, world emoji. Number 3, income. Kind of random, but are you open to earning some extra income outside of your work? Now you can use these or you can use your own. Here's an important part. make it your own, meaning use these as a guide, but use your own language. If you don't say, hey, so, don't say that. We'll show you how to change the text message before you send it very easily. The second thing is this: if you use emojis, maybe you put them in there. If you don't use emojis, maybe you delete those emojis. But for now, what you want to do is send yourself this text message as a example. So what you're going to do on the left-hand side, let's say next to Travel Club, you're going to click on that little box, and it's going to give you the options at the bottom to send this resource. Now, email is grayed out because I didn't put my email, but if it was, it would give me the option to do so. Up in the middle is text message. Now, if you see the option to the far right, this is where you could put it into WhatsApp, Telegram, Kakao Talk, Line, whatever messaging service that you use to send directly to your contact. But for now, we're going to go through the normal text message route, which is the top center option. When you click on it, it's going to take that message and put it directly into your text messages to that contact, or in this case, yourself. Hey, so I found out about a travel program called Viago and it made me think of you. There's a quick video that explains it. Would you be open to checking it out? I think you'd love it. Plain emoji, world emoji. Now, this is where I would edit the text message before I hit send. Now, you can get a variety of responses. Yes means continue on to step 2. What is it means continue on to step 2. No? All right. Well, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Let's move on. We are not here to convince. We are not here to beg. We are here to sort, and we want you to use the system to do that effectively. Also under step 1 is a category called social posts. These are ideas that post on your social media that are designed to attract people, create curiosity, but more important, conversations that you can take from a public post to a private conversation, which is always best. When it comes to your social media, generally speaking, less is more. Our recommendations on what to post is pretty simple. Go on your next trip and post about being a product of the product on your next escape. But let's take a look at these. Trip booked, super pumped. Who wants to guess where I'm headed next? Obviously, we're assuming that you have your next escape booked. Passport, curious. When was the last time you used your passport and where did you go? And number 3, sometimes you just got to do something different. Hashtag new adventure, hashtag let's go. Again, these are public and designed to spark conversation, which you can lead into a message till you can get into step number 2 to invite them to take a look by going to peek. Step 2 is to pique their interest. They said they'd take a look. We want to get them something to take a look at. Now, as much as we love this technology, there's nothing that's going to beat the high touch. So that's why in our Fast Start 7-day game plan, we talk about having a launch event and having a grand opening for your business. It's also one of the best things with your support team is to set up those individual meetings with some of the most important people in your list, so that way they can get a personal experience to taking a look at Viago. However, these are great resources and tools for help you sorting faster, and especially for people that are long distance that are not in your backyard. So underneath Peak, we have 2 different categories, opportunity and membership only. The first one under opportunity is our Viago pre-launch video, which you can send to somebody that has a full explanation of the club and becoming an ambassador. Now, in order to preview this, all you got to do is go hit play, and it's going to open up the web page where you're going to be able to preview and see the video and what people are going to get when you send them this resource. Now, if you set up your account properly down there at the bottom, it's going to have your name and your phone number and your email with your picture on it, because we want people to know it's coming directly from you. Now, if they want to talk, they can request a call or a text, and you're going to get a notification after they watch this video here on this resource. Now, once again, let's practice sending this resource to yourself. So when we highlight the resource, it's going to give me the options of how I want to send it. We're going to go through the normal text message route, and it's going to say, here's the video. Bam, I'm going to send that text message. Now go to your text messages and take a look at what just happened. Well, there's the original text. Hey, so I found out about a travel club Viago. I said, sure, send it over. Here's the video. Now, when they click on it, it's going to take them right to that resource where they can hit play and watch the video.
Hello and welcome. I want to thank you for taking time to take a look at this amazing idea your friend wanted to share with you.
Okay. Now, from here, anytime there's an update to our videos, we're going to update it directly here inside of our app, so you don't ever have to worry about having the most updated presentation here inside of the Elite app. Now, you'll notice back on my contact card, that little eyeball is there because it's saying that Jesse McPherson has viewed something you've sent him. My score has also increased from 5 to 7, letting me know that my contact has now engaged in one of my resources. Now, with the Pro version, you can actually see not only what they clicked on, but you can see when they clicked and what percentage of the video that your contacts are watching. Additionally, under step 2 is our membership only video. This goes through all the benefits of becoming a Club Viago member, everything you get access to, but nothing about the business or becoming an ambassador. Also, another great resource to use the right person at the right time. Step 3 is to schedule. Here at Viago, your goal really in getting started is what we call peak and pass. Why? Because you're the messenger. You're not the message. You're not the expert in Viago yet. You will be one day. But in the very beginning, the goal is to, when you find somebody that's interested, you pique their interest, is to pass them off so we can get them to a presentation. Because that's where people make buying decisions to generally join the club. Now, are there some people that you send in this video right away are going to say, let's go, I'm in? Absolutely, get them signed up. However, that's the exception. It's not the rule. Ultimately, the goal is to get them connected with someone or to something else so they can see all the details and decide to join the club. So there are 3 main ways that we recommend moving somebody from their interest being piqued onto introducing them to someone else. Number 1 is a 3-way phone call or a 3-way chat. So here's an example preview. Amazing concept, right? Listen, if you like what you saw and have any questions about the club, I'd love to introduce you to specific person, one of the lead brand ambassadors from Viago. You've got to hear their story. Now, this is one of the things, if you see it in parentheses in all caps, that means you better change that. Otherwise, you're going to look really goofy if you send that text message. As an example, if I highlight it and I send it to myself here and I send it with specific person in the text message, person going to get that and go, huh? Right? So, real quick, going back to schedule, let's take a look at some of the other options. The next one is amazing concept, right? When can I come by or we can grab coffee for 15? I got to show you the rest of the details. Does this time or this time work for you? This is a way to set an appointment. The last one is Zoom. All right. Now, ultimately, we believe that getting on the phone with someone else in your support team or getting to them individually, personally, is by far the best. But the fallback from that is using the technology when it's needed, especially for long distance. Amazing concept, right? So we're having a Zoom to break down some more of the details on this day or this day. Can you make either of these? Of course, find the schedule here with our system or your support team. So that way you can just put in when the next 2 Zooms are available, or if there's only one, give them that option and see if that will work for them. So those are 3 options to move to schedule. Now, however, there are people when you send them some information, you might need to follow up with them. So sometimes you got to go to step 4 before you can get back to step number 3. So let's go through step number 4. Now, under step number 4 is multiple categories. The first one is no response in 48 hours. This is going to happen a lot. Let's say you send out that video and they don't watch it. How do you know? Because you didn't get the notification, their score did not go up. When you click on it, it's going to give you a few responses that you can send to someone that didn't respond in 48 hours, and you should have your follow-up reminder to follow up with them in 48 hours. So let's take a look at them. Quick preview. Reminder. Hey, I'm sure you've been swamped. Friendly nudge here to check out the video. It's only 10 minutes. Pretty simple text message. This is by far my favorite. Earth to Jesse. You okay? I was waiting for you to text saying, let's go when you saw the video. This is probably one that I would send a little bit more my flavor. Number 3, busy. I know you are super busy, but it would mean the world to me if you take the 10 minutes to watch the video. If you don't like it, seriously, no big deal. But if you do, then I can't wait to start planning our next adventure. Now, again, use these as guidelines, but make them your own. Change the language in the way that you need to that fits your vocabulary, okay? What I like about the Earth, too, is it'll auto-populate your contact's name into it, whatever your contact is. So if your friend's name is John, it's going to put John in there, which is nice. Now, next is text and assets under the follow-up section. When you click here, one is the follow-up text. What is it? I was blown away from that video. Cool, right? What did you like best? See, when we follow up with people, we never want to ask, what did you think? I want to know, what did you like? Why? Because I want to see if this is going to be something that'd be a great appeal to you. And based on what they said or the objection they bring, I can bring in a third party and go to that 3-way or that sit down or that Zoom for them to get more information or more details in regards to any of their concerns, as well as the area that they liked the most. Also, underneath assets here is the Viago pre-launch PDF. So the PowerPoint presentation they go through in the video is right here in a PDF format inside of your app, which you can send to them. And again, you can track knowing that they opened the app as well, so they saw the PDF. Outside of that is the Viago Around the World. This is a great video resource, which is 5 minutes, of our fellow ambassadors and our fellow members traveling all over the world so people can see what they're missing out on, or while they're thinking about it, what they could be doing with us here with Viago. I love sending this resource as a follow-up, especially if the person says, I need to think about it. Say, wait, while you're thinking about it, take a look at some of our members are doing. I can't wait for you to be on the next trip with me. Additionally, under step 4, follow up, is success stories and member stories. These are available with the pro version of the app. When you click on it, you're going to see ambassadors categorized by their occupation. So that way, if you know somebody that was in the military, you know somebody that was a firefighter, you can send them a personalized story from one of our ambassadors that got started just like them, and the quality of their life has improved because of our club and because of the income they're generating from our business. Under member stories, you're going to find different member stories for the different parts of our membership, whether it be in trips, vacations, savings, specific destinations, telemedicine, and all the different ways that you can benefit from our members. So that way, if somebody says, well, hey, how does this work? Or how does this work? Or what about this? You can say, hey, listen, I don't know. All I know is you got to hear this story. And you can introduce a third party immediately from the app with our success stories and our member stories. Now, last but not least, step 5, enroll. Now, underneath here, we have a text message that works pretty well as a close for people you have a very close relationship with, a lot of rapport and or trust with. It's called the trip booked close. Amazing concept, right? I am already booked for insert the trip that you're booked on, and I want you, and insert the name of their husband, wife, or partner, to come with me. Can you make it? Let's go. Tagline of the company, right? Now, obviously, I would send this after I know they watched the video, but if I had reached out to somebody and said, amazing concept, right? Listen, I'm going to Dubai in March, and I want you and your spouse, your husband, I want you and Lauren to come with me. Can you make it? Let's go. Let's see. You might get some people say, yeah, I'd love to go. And now, even if they can't, that might lead into the conversation. Be like, well, how does it work? Or and be like, well, listen, if you got questions, I want to introduce you to one of the lead ambassadors from Viago so you can go back to step 3, which is what? Schedule. See, this is a process, a system that's designed to take somebody through that. So if one doesn't work, try another one. And then we can see until somebody says, nah, it's not for me. I want to continue to keep them in my process and in my funnel here. Now, the last 2 resources are a direct link to your website for them to enroll as an ambassador or for them to enroll as a member. So when you click on the ambassador sign up link, it's going to take you right to the direct enrollment page for you. Now you'll see here at the top, it says Max Savage Inc. That is my personal replicated website, secretdirect.com/Max Savage. This is what you put in as your username. So if this link is broken, you got to make sure you have the right alias when you are inside of your settings. Now, the last link here is your members only. So if somebody wants to just purchase the membership, you send them the membership video and they're ready to get started with Club Viago, but they're not looking at the business at all. You can also send them directly to the sign up page on your website for the $450 package to enroll with our pre-launch package. So that's it. That's our 5-step exposure system with our Elite Synergy app. Now, what's amazing about this, not only do you get access to this amazing system, but every person you introduce to the team will immediately have access to this resource as well to start building their business fast. Remember, in our business, fast is fun and slow sucks. But we're not here to convince, we're not here to beg. Remember, we're here to sort. This is my deck of cards. If you guys remember from your getting started video here, we want to go out there and help you find those aces in the deck and get you to score in 24 and then get 4 within your first week, but for sure your first month. So that way we can get you not only your money back, but have your business be profitable. Now back here on the home screen at the bottom next to import, it says coaching. This is where we're going to go more in depth and detail to the different elements of this program and the app, so that way you can use it to its full ability. But this is plenty for you to get started with to go start sending resources and having some fun. Also, you're going to see in here is the contest. You'll notice here, if you did this, you have 1 exposure and 1 engagement. What the system does is it starts tracking, so it gamifies the whole process of the exposure system and gets you competing with all the other Viago ambassadors here. And every month we have different contests. And so to see who's going to make it into the top 20, the top 10, and some pretty darn cool rewards. So we're looking forward to seeing who is going to be number 1 this month inside of our app and our contest. So happy exposing. Just to finalize here, we are very excited about this amazing tool. However, if you don't learn how to use a tool properly, properly, sometimes it can hurt you more than it can help you, especially when you lean on it or expect the tool to do the actual work for you. See, nothing is going to replace you as the operator of that tool. In fact, how you use the tool will determine how effective it is and how beneficial it is towards you. Good example is a scalpel. A scalpel in the hands of a trained surgeon could save a life. Scalpel in the hands of an untrained person could take a life. Same tool, very different result. So we want you to go out there and use this tool effectively, but more importantly, allow it to be using the high tech to lead to the high touch so we can get in front of more people to create more experiences and lead them to a live in-person event. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and are enjoying using our Elite Synergy system, and I can't wait to see you on the next escape or at one of our next Good Life training weekends. Take care.